We're on our way up to Clark's Resort in Ontario, Canada, and I cannot wait to get on this float plane.
There you go, folks.
I'm excited about this whole trip. It's been kind of a dream of mine, and this week it's gonna come true.
You got him.
Outdoor Junkies!
What's up, junkies? This week we're heading back up to Clark's Resorts and Outposts in Vermilion Bay, Ontario, and I can't wait. I've got Jeremy and Roberts with me this year.
Let's do this. This is our chariot.
And I cannot wait to get on this float plane. I've heard a bunch about it. I'm excited to do it.
So this is going to be my first time ever on a float plane, so I'm pretty excited on how fast they can take off and land and play in the wind, and hopefully we have good weather.
All right, you ready, Bri?
Yep, I am. I can't wait. It's going to be a good time. John's going to show us how it's done, so.
Hopefully John's going to show you how it's done.
Well, my name's John Jacobs, and I'm here for a few days fishing with the Outdoor Junkies out of Clark's Resorts. We met at the main lodge there at Northern Lights and got in the airplane, met the boys, loaded our stuff in, and
Let's rock this. Let's catch a fish, shoot some bears.
First time ever Brian and I have ever been on a puddle jumper.
Never been on a plane, so.
Body weight,
On a
guys.
puddle jumper.
To see the whole operation that Clark's has with their airport and everything that they do, getting ready, the organization that they have is just amazing, and watching the machine working, it's really neat to go up there and see everything.
Weather's perfect.
So, who's my co-pilot for the day?
I will. Yeah.
Right on, you're it.
All right.
Let's get going. You can climb on up right through the right-hand seat in the front there. We'll load up. We'll get you guys to a dish.
Have fun.
Don't get too excited. It's a pretty short ride.
We got all of our gear set, we weighed everything, met up with Zach. It's time to fly out. Here we go.
Outdoor Junkies is brought to you by I-90 Enterprises, Clark's Resorts and Outposts, Hanksters Motorsports, Rooster Wrap, Greater Mauston Tourism, Custom Jigs and Spins, Grandpa Ray Outdoors, Zenick Blinds, and these fine sponsors. It's the ultimate Canadian fishing vacation. Clark's Resorts and Outposts. With 20 fly-in outposts and 3 drive-in resorts, Clark's Resorts has something for everyone. Call today to book the fishing trip of a lifetime.
Yeah, I'll be heading up to Canada. We're going to take a float plane in, and we're going to do some fishing and bear hunting, which will be my first time ever bear hunting in Canada. I'm excited about this whole trip. It's going to be all new experiences that I've never done. It's been kind of a dream of mine, and this week it's going to come true.
We're on the plane, we're getting ready to take off. It's an older plane, I'm a little nervous. Jeremy Hurst is in the passenger, the co-pilot seat, and Zach's about ready to take us off. Let's see how this goes.
Taking off was awesome. Then we lift up and see for miles and miles and miles of woods and water.
But we get up in the air, we're cruising over the countryside, tons of water up here. Never seen so much water woods. It's crazy.
I keep peeking up at Jeremy and Brian to see how they're doing, and the smiles and the grins and the green faces. Everyone, you know, you get a little turbulence in a float plane, and instead of going up and down like you normally would, you kind of shift because of the pontoons. So it's a little different. It's like you're on a boat.
Oh, the flight out was fantastic. Pretty smooth ride. I seen the two new guys were a little bumpy, they said. But to me, it was a great trip, though. It was good. Great pilots, good equipment, and it was fine.
We start seeing all the beautiful countryside, the lakes, the woods, and we must be getting close because you can feel that Zach is starting to pull the plane around and hang left, and we basically just did a full 90 all the way around and landed. It was nuts. I looked over at John, and he was pretty much straight down, and all I could see was blue water.
Then when we come down to land in front of the lodge, kind of took a hard 90 and dropped right down in and landed smoothly on the water.
And when we came into that little valley, and I could see the trees coming at us, and then we banked around the corner, that was wild.
What an experience. It's so much fun.
Crazy how they come down, land on the water.
So we landed, nice smooth landing, and pulled up to Clark's, and Anishinaabe is awesome. This island is amazing. It's probably about a 5 to 6 acre island, and there's at least, I'd say 4 cabins out here, 4 or 5 cabins. They've got a sauna, they've got shower houses, they've got a maintenance shop, fish shack, tons and tons of boats out here. I mean, I don't know how the heck they did it, but I've heard stories from the barge behind me over here, and bringing end loaders and tractors and all the stuff that's out here. It's amazing that they got this much gear out in the bush. It's crazy.
Here's the start of the journey, man. Bear hunting in a couple hours, and we're gonna be fishing. Brian and John are going fishing, and then Roberts and I are gonna go try to get a bear here.
We're gonna go sleep in a tent.
Not this guy. Home away from home for the next 4 or 5 days. Look at this. We're out in the middle of nowhere. And look how beautiful this is.
Yeah, fridge, everything.
Yep,
It's like home here.
still cool, man. It's beautiful.
This is an island lodge. We have trout, pike, smallmouth bass in here, and then there's 5 or 6 walk-in out lakes for walleye and pike.
Day one, Jeremy and Brian, they're gonna go out and do a bear hunt, and I'm going out with John from last year, our guide, and we're gonna go target Lakers.
We got here pretty early in the morning and had a chance to fish in the afternoon yet, and Brian and I went out for lake trout.
We're here with Clark's Resorts. We're gonna give her a heck tonight, try and get some lake trout, maybe a couple pike, to see what happens.
We were looking in 80, 100 feet. They all seem to be kind of suspended in 60 feet.
I'm gonna give it a try here, Brian.
All right.
There's a couple of arcs down in here, so let's just try it.
Had a number of follow-ups, and now with fall weather coming, they're going to be spawning within another 3 weeks to a month. And like tomorrow could change, you know. They could turn on tomorrow.
All right. Is it still on? I think he got off. He got my bait. Shoot. Laker it's a finesse fishing. You know, you definitely have to have electronics for that type of fishing. So I'd highly recommend, if you come out to do this trip, make sure that you bring a good portable graph with you, because you're gonna need it. This lake is deep. There's spots that hit up to 280 to 300 feet. It's crazy, just the drop-offs that you have. But with a good graph, you're definitely gonna see action. That's what we targeted, and you know, the fishing was slow. We ended up with a nice one.
And managed to hook one pretty good one.
Well, we got one finally. One decided to take the bait. Pulling pretty good. Took hit me once, and then we came back and took it a second time. Okay, we're over here at Anishinaabe Lake. We've been kind of trying for some pike and some Lakers, but didn't have much luck. But all of a sudden we got one. There it is.
Oh, jeez.
It's a good one.
That's a beaut.
Hope he fits in the net.
Yeah, I don't know if this net's big enough. I think we're gonna.
Here, I'll get it.
Holy cow! That's a dandy,
There
man.
we go. He's in.
Sweet, man.
And as you can see, we're fishing with a white tube on a jig and a stinger hook, and the stinger hook's the one that got it. There. There you go. That's a pretty common size right there. 3-4 pounds. That's like an eater. So, you got one, Brian. Hey.
Had a lot of bites, a lot of cleaning off the lure, but you know, I battled a couple, just couldn't get them all the way up to the top. So it is what it is. That's fishing.
Got lucky with one trout anyways, and the rest were very, very tough to get, and we just didn't get any fish to bite. Although we did see quite a few, but they kind of basically act like crappies. They come up and check your bait out, and then they just go back down to their bottoms.
It's the ultimate Canadian fishing vacation. Clark's Resorts and Outposts. With 20 fly-in outposts and 3 drive-in resorts, Clark's Resorts has something for everyone. Call today to book the fishing trip of a lifetime.
So the first night was my bear hunt. We got in a boat, and my guess is a 5-mile boat ride.
And Jeremiah was going to take us across the lake and drop us off. It was a good 5-mile drive across the lake where we jumped on the ATVs, and Jeremiah took us back in to bait the bait and throw us in the tent. We got in the tent, Jeremiah was baiting. He sprayed on bear scents, a caramel I think it was. It smelled fantastic.
So when Jeremiah baited, he sprayed around bear scents that's made out of Lake Mills there in Wisconsin. We used the caramel, and I'm telling you, it worked awesome.
After he left, it didn't take long for the first bear to show up. The bear was smelling every tree around there before he came in and actually knocked over the barrel.
We got one that's, I would say, the whole weight is maybe 150, 140. I know that helped out a lot. You can smell that. That's what we smelled the whole time we were sitting there. It kind of made us hungry. He just knocked that barrel over. You just watched. He's pretty hungry. Yeah, he's borderline shooter. He needs to be a little bit bigger. When them bears come in, they come around and smell the trees where he sprayed it all over.
Bear 2 come in, the food was gone, so he didn't hang around too long. But he actually, when he left the bait, he circled around and come over and smelled the tent. Right, actually a foot from Jeremy where he was sitting.
Can you believe that? That bear was right here. We could hear him smelling. That was unbelievable. That bear was actually a little bit bigger than the first bear that we seen. He was actually borderline shooter, but he was in and out so much. See, the bait's already gone. The first one was kind of hoggy. So, I don't know, if he comes back around to check one more time, we get a better look, and we actually get a better shot at him. I might actually shoot him. Decent bear. My guess is still 180-ish. Yeah, this window was open. He would have had his head in here. It was crazy. We still have probably 3 hours of light. At least 2.5. We got a couple hours. Let's see, man. We've been out here, I don't know, 3.5 hours. About 4.5 hours. Yeah, 4.5 hours. We've seen 2 decent bears, 1 pretty decent. And the one problem we have is both them bears ate all our bait. We brought some munchies with us. And it's been slow for about an hour. What are they? They're gushers. My only fear is
I'm gonna screw up and it's gonna land about 10 feet in front of us.
That's where they've been all morning anyway.
Oh yeah, I got this. Yeah, so hopefully he eats him like this. I better throw a couple more out over that way. Alright, there's a couple on the side of the trail. He's not getting my sandwich though, I'm hungry.
Third bear comes in. He come from our left, walked in, real touchy, you know, didn't know what was going on.
By the time that third bear come in, the bait was all gone, but because of that caramel spray that we sprayed all over, it kind of make him hung around for a little bit just to give me a shot. That stuff worked out awesome.
As soon as he hit that bait, he was smelling the barrel, and he didn't last very long. Jeremy let him have it. Zappo.
Smoked him, dude.
Dude, that was a dynamite shot.
That was a dynamite right behind the front shoulder.
Yeah, right. You know, he's not no bruiser.
He's a nice
But he's a nice bear.
He's a nice bear.
He's a nice bear. Opened up perfect broadside for me. You know, he was jumpy. I mean, he's got this.
There he is.
Death bone.
Death. He dead, boy. Oh, rocked him, man.
That's perfect right behind the shoulder. We're still gonna give him a little bit here. I think what we'll do is maybe run a couple things out to the boat.
Yeah.
And then come back in. We'll probably radio Brian. Dude. First Canada bear. We did it.
Sweet.
Now what do you think it's time? It's fishing time.
It's fishing time.
Let's go find this bear.
Well, after that, we went and tracked the bear. We actually heard the death groan or moan that they make.
Look at the blood under there, right here. And off he goes.
So we got a bunch of blood right through here, and I see some up here. You can kind of tell where he did a digger up through here. Blood up here. There he is right there.
You see him?
Yep, right here.
Yeah, he didn't go 25 yards, man.
He didn't run 30 yards. We found him, took our pictures, did what we had to do, and then it was shortly after that, pack of 4 wolves, they were lighting up all around us. They obviously must have smelt the blood already. So we grabbed that bear, drug him out, and we got out of there as fast as we could.
Bam, look at that. Beautiful black bear. This is our third one that come in tonight. We used that bear scent from out of Lake Mills, Wisconsin. I'm telling you, we used the caramel. It was awesome.
You could smell it all night long.
Yeah, Jeremiah sprayed it on the trees there before he left us there, and it was awesome.
Yeah, I've never used this stuff before. These guys brought some up to me, and I'll definitely be buying some for all my hunters for next year. Wayne and Carla have they have a wonderful bear area here. It didn't take, we put those baits out, and 2 days later, everything was just destroyed and turned over like it looked like when we came in today. Yep. It was just, it didn't take any time. They got some of the best bear hunting in the world right here.
It was awesome. I mean, we had a chocolate one on camera that you had on camera and stuff, you know, but we seen this guy come in and we couldn't pass him up, man.
Too nice of a bear to pass up.
Yeah, so.
Especially on the first night.
Yep.
Makes for a cool story, first night kill.
It was an awesome story. Memories made again.
You guys are on one of the best lake trout fisheries in the world here, so.
Cool.
Let's get her done.
We'll try that tomorrow.
Awesome.
Well, let's get this guy all taken care of and back to camp, and we're gonna be eating backstraps tomorrow night.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Having them bearing so close, between them sniffing the tent or coming at us to look at us in the tent, and even just tipping over the barrel, and the whole experience was priceless.
Outdoor Junkies is brought to you by I-90 Enterprises, Clark's Resorts and Outposts, Hanksters Motorsports, Rooster Wrap, Greater Mauston Tourism, Custom Jigs and Spins, Grandpa Ray Outdoors, Zenick Blinds, and these fine sponsors.
It's the ultimate Canadian fishing vacation. Clark's Resorts and Outposts. With 20 fly-in outposts and 3 drive-in resorts, Clark's Resorts has something for everyone. Call today to book the fishing trip of a lifetime.
In day 2, Brian and myself, we took off, tried to get some lake trout again, but conditions were pretty rough.
We tried for those for about 2 days and just decided that we got tired of battling the wind and we're gonna go after pike.
Been a tough morning, but gotta keep at it. We're getting some action, finally. Fish on, folks. Hey, that is a good one.
Is it?
Holy moly.
All
Get
right.
in there.
Look at that, folks. There's a 40-incher. Uh-oh.
We got it.
We didn't measure it, but it was a 42, 43-inch pike.
There you go, folks. Anishinaabe Lodge. A little slow on the lake trout, but we're getting into the northerns. There.
But Brian and I happened to get into some very good pike fishing. And we kind of ended the day up doing that right into almost till dark.
We went out a little bit more in the afternoon, caught a couple more small ones, and basically we were just kind of searching, you know, we were looking for the following trip because John actually was leaving after that night. We were pre-scouting for day 3, which I was gonna go out with Brian and Jeremy.
Let's go find this bear. We're gonna go back to the lake. We're gonna do the walkie-talkie, see if we can get a hold of Wicker. I'm gonna let him know the eagle has landed. The eagle has landed.
Hey, watch out, don't step in it.
I know. Hey, Jeremiah, that doesn't look like Pop-Tarts. Just to let you know. You know what I think really got him to come in? Was them gushers.
The gushers definitely did it.